Hello and welcome to the C Word. On the show this week, we've got stories on microbeads, Pacific bluefin tuna, ghost fishing, a spaghetti monster, and a 111-year-old submarine. Plastic microbeads, commonly found in facial scrubs and toothpastes, may be having more of an impact on marine ecosystems than previously thought. Scientists at Plymouth University in the UK examined 6 types of facial scrubs, looking at the quantity and shape of the microbeads, and discovered that a significant quantity of the tiny plastic bits were likely to pass straight through municipal filtration systems and into the ocean. About 93% of exfoliant products, such as facial scrubs, contain these tiny beads of plastic, which can also be found in common toothpaste and soaps. Marine biologists are still uncovering the full impact of microbeads on marine organisms, but the beads are known to absorb and concentrate other pollutants in the water column. Most beads are also blue or white, the same colour as some of the plankton eaten by surface-dwelling fish, which are visual predators. Small quantities of microplastics can reduce the ability of marine organisms to process food, which impacts on growth and reproduction and makes them more vulnerable to disease. There is also the concern that ingestion of plastic could lead to the transfer of potentially harmful chemicals from seawater to organisms to humans. The researchers estimated that British consumers are rinsing between 16 to 86 tons of plastic from microbeads into the sea every year from facial exfoliants alone. We can't take microplastics out of the ocean now, but we can vote with our wallets and refuse to purchase any product containing them. You can download the Beat the Microbead app, which will help you choose products that contain natural exfoliants and not plastics. Pacific bluefin tuna is one of the most valuable fisheries in the Pacific, sustaining the livelihoods of tens of thousands of people within a multi-billion-dollar industry. Pacific bluefin tuna stocks have fallen 96% from their unfished levels, and around 90% of the catch now is young fish that have not yet reproduced. The Pacific bluefin tuna is in dire need of proper sustainable fisheries management. Last year, 9 countries took the first steps in conserving Pacific bluefin by accepting scientific advice to halve the catch of juvenile tuna under 30 kilograms. There have been calls for all fishing of Pacific bluefin tuna to be suspended. Others point to excessive fleet capacity, insufficiently selected gear and unregulated fishing as all being causes of the collapse of the fish stock. The adoption of harvest control rules is a key aspect of modern fisheries management and is also a requirement of important eco-label certification programs such as the Marine Stewardship Council. Thousands of miles of discarded fishing nets are loose in the oceans, drifting around the globe, killing everything in their path. Ghost fishing, also known as DFG or derelict fishing gear, is a mostly out-of-sight, out-of-mind problem. Abandoned nets indiscriminately kill everything from fish and crustaceans to seabirds and dolphins. An estimated 25,000 nets are discarded annually in the northeast Atlantic alone. Depending on the material of the net, they will continue to trap animals from anywhere from 40 to 600 years. Discarded fishing nets also drag across the ocean floor, destroying habitats like coral reefs, even trapping seabirds on their nests. Ghost fishing also has an economic cost. NOAA, the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Association in the US, estimates that most species caught up in the ghost nets are of commercial value, which results in a loss of revenue for the fishing industry, causing the problem. What is needed is an affordable net disposal facility at harbours, like those of the inshore fishing industry in Cornwall, UK, because fishermen often dump their gear into the ocean to avoid high disposal costs. Also, mandatory reporting of lost nets to aid retrieval would be a good thing too. BP oil workers were filming 4,000 feet down off the coast of Angola with an ROV when they captured footage of a strange creature. Staff nicknamed the animal the Flying Spaghetti Monster, but scientists have since identified the creature as a siphonophore. These are colonial animals, which means that rather than a single organism, this is actually a colony of thousands of individual zooids. Each siphonophore begins life as a single fertilized egg that reproduces by cloning itself. The creature appears spaghetti-like because the stem is contracted up so that all the feeding zooids are jam-packed together. A group of salvage hunters in Sweden, called Ocean X Team, have found a 111-year-old Russian submarine. Swedish Armed Forces say it's a Somme-class submarine, nicknamed Catfish. The submarine was built for the Tsarist Imperial Russian Navy in Vladivostok in 1904. It sank with an 18-member crew in May 1916 after it collided with a Swedish vessel. According to Stefan Horbjorn, a diver from the Ocean X team, the vessel is completely intact, with no visible damage to the hull, and the hatches are closed, which he said could indicate that the crew is still inside. The Ocean X team said the vessel was around 20 metres or 66 feet long and 3.5 metres wide. That's all for now. Back next week with more marine news.